families who have lost a loved one in the military, police, or fire departments. We ask this in your name. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, we gather here this morning some 6 years after the dedication of this monument. And many of us here in the crowd were there that day. And it was cold, and it was snowy, and it was a little rainy and a little bit of everything. And all this time later, the good Lord has shined upon us, and we have such a beautiful day to mark the 100 years that have passed since the Stockyard Fire of 1910. So many of you here have personal connections to that fire, from the Horan family on down the line. And of course, the Fire Chief Hoff and all of the rank and file of the Chicago Fire Department. You do not know what awaits you that day, but you do it. And you do it for honor and duty and for us. And there's no amount of words that I can say to express how we feel for your heroic actions every day, other than to take one moment now and ask all of us here for a round of applause for all of you good folks who are standing here in duty and service. Ladies and gentlemen, Bill Cosgrove.
Good morning, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Bill Cosgrove. I'm a retired Chicago firefighter. Thank you for coming to this event to honor these brave men who lost their lives nearly 100 years ago. When you look at the monument, you'll see three figures. The artist, Tom Scarf, tried to reenact the incident. The fireman holding the bugle upward is to warn his men of the falling wall. He is the chief of the brigade, Chief Horan. The next figure is a truckman falling backwards as he raises his axe to protect himself from the falling wall, and his helmet begins to fall. The third figure depicts an engine man who is concentrating his engine stream on the fire, and he's unaware of what's going to happen. The base of the granite monument was designed to depict the loading dock, which has a slight pitch towards the railroad tracks. Thank you for listening to me this morning.
Well done, Cos. I must say, before we show this, John LaMonica, who was, I didn't know was an artist, was the foundry who fabricated and designed this plaque. The public will see this.
But most important to the men and women of the great fire department of this great city, you sacrifice your life, go out there every single day. And as a citizen of this city, I just want to thank you. Thank the families. Thank the family, and offer my sympathy to all the families who have lost individuals.
We're here to honor the men and women that are deceased from the department, but we always forget about the retirees, especially guys like Bill Cosgrove, Bill Catarini, who are out working to preserve what this job is all about. The history of this job is not only important for us to learn from, but it's also important for us to learn from because we can stop repeating history. Maybe we can save more lives. So thank you, Local 2, also. Thank you for being here. Especially the families and friends. Thank you, the members of the families that are here from the Stockyard Fire. Could you please raise your hand so we know who you are? Thank you very much for taking time to come here. It doesn't matter how long ago an incident happened. When someone's loved one is lost, the pain never goes away. I know it, and I know it firsthand.
On the morning of December 22, 1910, a dangerous fire broke out at the Nelson Morris Meatpacking Company, located in the Chicago Stockyards. Instantly, an alarm was transmitted to the city firehouses located within the stockyards, but it quickly escalated into a 411 alarm fire, which brought a response of 5 more engine companies and Chief Fire Marshal Jim Horan. The only way to fight the blaze was through the sliding freight doors that led into the warehouse. Only one door was operational, so Chief Horan ordered the firefighters of truck companies 11 and 18 to chop open the remaining doors. With fire hoses and axes in hand, trapped between the brick building, the canopy above them, and the boxcars behind them, the firefighters continued to work. Suddenly, there was a deep groan from within the burning structure, and 7 stories of hot molten bricks and timbers came crashing down. 21 brave Chicago firefighters were instantly killed on that very cold winter morning. The Fallen 21 is a tribute to the Chicago heroes that risked their lives every day, the ones to have fallen to save another. Until the collapse of the World Trade Center, the 21 that died here in Chicago at the Union Stockyard Blaze in 1910 had been the most our country had ever lost in a single place.